Hey guys, it's Mike. Welcome to the show. Today on the show, we're going to be talking about a really old vintage instrument, and this kind of ties in with the collectability of things because this is not an instrument that can still be played, but I just thought it was really interesting and has quite a history. So stay tuned. We'll talk about that today. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're a big fan of rock and roll and you like records, guitars, and stories about rock and roll, be sure to give us a like and subscribe and ring that bell. It helps us to grow the channel and keep more stuff coming. Thanks a lot. So I was at a flea market a couple of years ago and I found this drum. And I love old concert band drums and theater drums, especially ones that if they have anything written on the drum heads or the skins. I think they're the most interesting, but this one looked very, very cool, and it's large, definitely a parade drum of some sort, and but it had real age to it, and the way that the fastenings were done with rope and everything else, I knew this was a very early drum, but I didn't know anything about it. I just thought it had a real look to it, and I loved the whole vibe it had. So I wanted to get that back to my studio. So I bought it and brought it back, and that's where I started to research what this might be. Once I got the drum home, I started to investigate a little bit and research what this might be, and I took it to a guy who is pretty knowledgeable in this sort of thing, and he was able to determine through the original paint and things like that on it that this is in fact a parade drum, as I suspected, but it's a lot older than I thought. It would date back to the 1880s, and it would have been an Orange Lodge parade drum. So whether or not there was ever anything written on the skins, I'm not sure. These could have been replaced at any time. You know, they're old, but it doesn't mean they're the original skins. And so it's pretty interesting. A lot of the characteristics of this drum are from that era, and certainly a very early representation of a parade drum, and so pretty interesting, and being associated with the Orange Lodge, also kind of historically interesting as well, just to have something that significant. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and that's one of my absolute favorite pieces in here. It's not always out on display in my studio because it takes up such a large footprint. It's sometimes hard to make it fit and not get bumped into and things like that, but I just think that's a cool thing, and it's an actual surviving historical relic at this point that, you know, imagine who's played that or what it's done and where it was. I don't even know where that came from or any of the history. The guy I got it from didn't know anything about it, and so I don't know much about this piece, but to me it still speaks to me in a lot of ways, and it's got a lot of good things going for it. So if you're into older instruments and things like that, they just carry such a mojo to them. Like when you pick them up, you just know this thing has been in a lot of hands. You can feel it, and it's pretty interesting to know what its history was, if you can find that out. But anyway, it remains one of my favorite pieces here, and I hope you like looking at it too. It's a crazy time of year. I hope you get a little breather in there, and I'll get some other content out to you later this week and show you more of Mike's Rockin' Relics. Keep on collecting. Have a good week, and we'll see you soon.